Finished eating my dinner. It's almost 10. I'm having sort of kind of day, sort of kind of. That's why I'm saying sort of kind of a lot. It's just one of those days, you know. One of those random times of night where you just like start getting real sad, and maybe the full moon is out. Actually, let me check. But I don't know. I have to make some tough choices for myself, and I just hope it doesn't backfire on me because I'm looking for a quick fix. Oh, there's a full moon tonight. So, that's probably why I'm feeling bad. Got me emotional. Play Warframe, trying to farm out Cuvello to either give to a friend because he said he got over his Warframe addiction, or just sell it because I need plat. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I made a choice to spend a little money I have on some food instead of saving it for the old piece update when it comes out because I wanted to buy the new frame. I got up and cleaned the spot of the house that was not mine to clean this morning. So I'm a little tired from that because it was a lot. So when we have a garbage can, you know, in our kitchen, obviously. And when boxes come in, like packages or whatever from stores, if they're too big to fit in the garbage, like in a can, we put them on the side because we don't want to cut it up just yet. We'll wait till garbage day. So when me and my sister did split who did the garbage, like week by week, she would never take out the boxes that were given for that week. So it just piled up and congealed up. And eventually, because she wasn't doing her chores, when I just gave her, okay, do you either want to do the garbage or the dishes? She chose the garbage, and she would only take the bags out in the trash. So boxes started piling up. The area started getting dirty. So this morning I was like, yeah, enough is enough. I'm cleaning it. So I cleaned it. Cut open a lot of boxes, cut them up to fit them in like 2 trash bags. We had 2 trash bags full of boxes, y'all. A little upset about that, and I feel like I definitely need to be compensated for doing somebody else's housework that they're supposed to do. But yeah. Sorry, y'all. I got enough sneeze. Oh, never mind. Went away. It's like, bitch, you anticipating me? Fuck you. But that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I don't often play this color set, and I really do like it. Hold on, let me go back to Corello real fast. I wish I could go back and back up so I can see if the blade's red. It's probably not. Oh well. And we're gonna do. And I feel like playing Excalibur today. I've been feeling really Excalibur, so we're gonna play Excalibur after we do Maru's Bazaar for the Iatan treasure. We had to build up another couple of them because I had like what 18 I sold yesterday. Just especially the prime ones, and I'm trying to finish working up my prime ones and my Umbra mods as well. But when it comes down to Carillo, I do have, not Carillo, Caliban, god damn it. I do have just his blueprint. It took me a couple hours to get. I'm going through a couple relics, and it gave me a fucking headache. But back to what I was talking about, like, I'm just really tired, y'all. I really don't want to go back to school, but like, I need to stop my student loans because I can't pay them. I can't find a job. But I can't let my debt fall onto my co-signers. I promised them I'll be able to pay it after college. I never expected to end up jobless like this after college. I expected to be able to find a career. I had a portfolio. It's outdated now, and that's what like really makes me upset. It's because like, I was ready. I was so ready. I started looking for jobs before I even graduated, like a year in advance. And I did so many internships around Chicago. Just for when I got out of school, all my connections no longer work in the field no more. They retired or moved to another state, and you know. But you know, obviously it's a bummer. Obviously. You gonna open the door? What's down here? Oh, we dropped a body down here, didn't we? I notice. Which you know, it's obviously a bummer, but like, and then like part of me regrets leaving when I worked at Cook County, because it was I wouldn't even say a cushy office job. I sat in a very uncomfortable chair, but it was a doable job. It paid nice, even though I wasn't being paid what I should have been paid. Like, it paid nice, and I really didn't care about that, if I'm being real and honest. I was just glad to have a job, especially after, because when I graduated in 2022, and I could only find these part-time roles who did not want to pay jack. Who were guesstimating my work. Not guesstimating, trying to devalue my work. When it came to the content that I was creating for them, I was creating birthday gifts, not gifts, but like birthday posts like, hey, you just plug in this person's picture and it'll play like the birthday thingy, like that'd be it. And I remember I worked a couple hours on 3 just to get it up and running, and the lady, she didn't have a Canva account. She wouldn't want to make one because she was like, I don't know what Canva is. Whatever. I was like, okay, like, just so you know, like, these decorations do move, and I was like, I want to send you a screen recording of the thingies. So I sent her the designs first just to let her know what it looked like. I'm like, okay. And it was already a problem with that going off because she did not know the company's like exact colors. When you have a company logo, your companies have exact colors. They'll have like the little numbers and where you can find it, and it makes it easier. So when it's for you're redoing your design later on, or you're having somebody else do your design later on, they can find those exact colors. It won't be slightly off. Like your red, if you have a red, it won't be slightly off. It'll be the exact red that you used before. Same with blue, same with white, all that. They all have a color code. I believe that's what it's called. It's been a while since I did that, but they all have a color code. And your company should know, especially when you're hiring graphic designers, whether it be an intern or a permanent hire, you should know your color code for your logo, so that your logos aren't looking off, or from page to page just like slightly off. And because people will notice that, especially if you're a social media company, or media company, for any matter, like the news or whatever. People will notice that, and that will not want them to want to work with you. So hey, for all my content creators that's creating your logos, make sure you know your color code. Because for me, I know my color code. I have it written down on my phone, or typed down on my phone, whatever. Have it typed down on my phone for my little Treeperson logo, for that purple and black that I use for the color of my little tree person. I have that color code for my logo. The grass in the background is a slightly different, lighter purple. It's almost pinkish. that color code. So if ever again I redo my my logo, it won't be off. You know, it'll still be the same colors. But anyway, that was already one thing that she was like really not trying to, because she was mad at the owner who was going through a tough time at the time when I was there. Her mom was in the hospital. The owner was already up in age. I'm saying she was maybe in her 60s, so her mom was definitely older lady. And you know, going to the hospital for a parent, especially at that age, is like very stressful, or whatever. So I gave her grace in not having her like manage that situation better, just because it is a lot. Like right now, my mom is in a nursing home, rehab center, because a lot of medical malpractice and whatever the fuck. So like I understand the stress. It's something very worrying, especially when you're scared that a parent that you care for is not going to make it through the year. She's in the clear now, y'all. She's doing a lot better. Just to let y'all know. But I was under a lot of stress, especially like trying to keep the home front down packed, because I remember she was telling me, not my mom, the late owner of the company, she was telling me how she has to drive like an hour every day to get to work because she dad's also still alive, but her mom was taking care of her dad. She needs to go out and like spend her nights there at her mom's place to help out with dad if dad needs anything. They were looking for a home care company, but until they can find one, a good fit for them, she was doing that. So she was dealing with that. I swear there was just saying there was people here. Okay, there we go. She was dealing with that. She was dealing with a company she hired to redesign her website, trying to scam her. So she was also dealing with that and trying to get her money back. And that was a whole little court situation that they were dealing with as well. And then she, I believe, if I remember the right person right, she was having custody problems with the father of her child as well. So she was dealing with a lot. So like, Grace, Grace Given, I'm not even mad at her, to be real, but the lady that I was put under, she did not see the value in my work. She, like, multiple times in the meetings that I was a part of, she was like, yeah, I don't really think he's necessary for this company because I don't think he's, like, anything that I should do. And she was like, well, why don't you find him something to do? Because we have stuff for him to do. Like, he offered to make a video for us, and our 20th anniversary is coming up. He can make a video for us. Like, get that set up. She never wanted to talk to me about it. She already was having a different company besides the one that she was taking to court to redo their website, work on the website. And she was like, I really want like birthday because I want my employees to feel celebrate. Like we posted on social medias. Oh, come on down now, Wall. Okay, really. I really want my employees to feel like, like they matter. Because we throw parties for like employees like once a month. Everybody gets their own little special cupcake of their flavor, their choice. And then like a $50 card to wherever they want to go. But I want something like to announce it on my social media pages for my company. I almost didn't make it. Okay.
Don't look now, tin stuff.
And that's what I was tasked for doing. And I guess you can call her a supervisor, the person who was over me, that she assigned over me, was supposed to be checking my work and see if it was up to par. So, back to my main point. I will make the design. I spent 3 hours making 4 like moving slideshow designs. She did not want to get camera, and I was like, it's a free account. You can make a free account. She's like, no, I have too many accounts. I'm da 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 da. She kept making excuses. And I was doing this job at the same time I was working with Cook County, so it was like a part-time job on the side, whatever. Anyway, who's in? She said, I don't want to download Canva. It sounds like a scam. all you new people are using all this stuff and I don't understand it. And I'm like, I can explain it to you. She's like, no, because I don't need you talking down to me like I'm a child. She just didn't. She really was not messing with anything. Can you get over here, dog? Ma'am, unlock this locker. Thank you. So, you know, I sent her the email, like, here's what designs look, if you want to make any corrections, like, let me know. She was like, okay, how do you know if this color code is real? And I was like, well, you wouldn't give me one, but I have a tool that I literally took a screenshot of your website and put it through Canva, and they were able to tell me the exact color code. And I also emailed somebody else in the company who was really nice, and she was like, yeah, I have it for you, like, give me a couple hours. She gave it to me, and Canva matched the exact color code for their logo. So when I put the logo in and had to like recolor it, it looked like the colors of their logo. So we're golden. And she was like, no, I just don't think that's right. I'm gonna have to check. Mind you, she wouldn't give it to me in the fucking first place, and I had to email somebody else. But anyway, who's in? I know I keep saying that, but you just gotta keep rolling with the punches or whatever. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm going backwards. I'm like, how do I get out of here? I'm going backwards. So anyway, it culminates in me like, okay, whatever. She questioned like, oh, I don't believe this took 3 hours to make. And I was like, this is 4 like birthday slide things where all you have to do now is plug in the pictures. To this, I can literally share it to you because one of the other workers, he did have a Canva account. He was like, you can send it to me once I brought this up in a meeting. And the owner kind of chewed out the lady, and the lady's like, well, I just don't see the need for him to be here, if I'm being really honest. And she didn't really call her out, which a little bit like, come on, I know you're going through stuff, but can you call me out? Because I'm obviously trying to work for you. You see value in my work. Everybody else sees value in my work. There's one person not seeing value in my work. It was actively trying to sabotage me. Somebody who's trying to break into the field, who's trying to, you know, do his best and, you know, maybe get a full-time position. Eventually, but I don't believe in that anymore, y'all, because I'm too jaded. So they eventually ended up getting me to pay, and I was like, yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for the opportunity, but this ain't gonna work. Like, at all. And I was like, is there anything I can do to make you stay? I'm like, no. Because you have somebody that's not nobody's boss. They can't fire or in charge of hiring, nothing. Trying to degrade the value of my work. And then on top of that, I wasn't just graphic designing y'all, I was also helping manage their client's social media account. So what that looked like for me, at least on my side, was the client would give us the information to their accounts, passwords, and I look at the analytics, who's their audience, what's their age group, who's usually looking at the audience. There was a lot of grammar schools around Chicago, middle schools, grammar school, some high schools around Chicago. Some of them we were like mid-dropping when I came in because of court cases. I'm really trying not to like give myself away, but for court cases happening with child abuse at some of these schools, and some of y'all might know what I'm talking about and get the hint. But yes, court cases happening, and we were like considering they would like consider if they still wanted them as a client, especially with that type of rep. You know, rightfully so, because the guy did end up being guilty of the sexual abuse towards those minors. So not only was I finding time to work on that, but I was also making these graphic designs for them. And I was just like, you know, I already work I literally work a 9 to 5. Okay, Dolly Parton, you know. I was literally working 9 to 5 at my desk job at Cook County. Didn't I not press this? Come on now. I pressed square like 3 times. Oh, it's coming up. Like I was literally sometimes working on stuff on my lunch break, or when I got home. Like immediately, as soon as I got home, didn't even take my work clothes off. I'm literally still sitting in my work shoes. That's the only thing I probably like popped off was like my work shoes after a little bit. to get the stuff out to them. So I eventually ended up leaving that. And I just kind of really had bad luck in the workforce since leaving college, y'all. It's not even funny. Like, it is, but at the same time, it's not. But, yeah, I'm just kind of tired. I'm worn out. Some days I just feel like giving up, but I know I can't give up because I know there's a lot more waiting for me out there in the world and for me to experience. But damn, days like these, I just the stresses are piling on. It just feels like I can't catch a break, you know. But I got to keep going, right? You know, if you stop, then you let everything that's bad happen to you. Not find a solution to those problems. So I have to keep going. So I'll keep going. But yeah, that's kind of why I'm like down the dumps right now. It's just so much, a lot, too much for somebody my age to be dealing with.
Sometimes the end never seems.
Then a job after I left Cook County after the COVID incident because they wanted me to come into work. Well, I'm still positive with COVID. And I worked with a lot of older folks, and I told the story a couple times to people on Twitch. But I don't know if I could tell them on here. Maybe I did. Maybe somebody could tell me in my previous streams that are here on YouTube that I did. But that's a lot of hours to watch. I was over 100-something videos now, which is kind of crazy. That I, been streaming so consistently. And it probably would have been more if I had been streaming over here and not on Twitch. But hey, whatever. You live and you learn. But I caught COVID in February of 2023. No, 2024. Yeah, 2024, because then 2025 is when. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, no. That was 2023. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 2023, because I graduated in 2022. I spent that summer doing one last internships. Then the person that I was doing the internship for, she moved to another state with her new husband and her kids. I got that part-time job, then I got the Cook County job, and yeah, okay. Along the last 3 months in Cook County, by the way. But 2024, no, 2023, my bad, my bad, y'all. 2023, it's a lot of dates. In February 2023, I caught COVID, and the company policy was you're out for 2 weeks. And on the second week when you're supposed to come back, you need to make sure you have a clear COVID test so you're able to go back into the building. And I complied, but on my first week, the newest assistant supervisor, who was having problems with everybody. Thank you, Angel. I hope.
Now, just in case some of you ain't doing all this out of the kindness
Please,
of
a
your
lot
hearts.
of black people need to stick together in the workplace. You sure don't know how to show up for the people of your race, and that's kind of crazy. And I'm glad that attorney cussed your ass out after I left. But and you can do nothing about it because she's an attorney. But anyway, on the start of the second week, wasn't full week. Because I left on one Wednesday and I got to the other Wednesday. So that's literally a week. So start the second week. I got WAPed, which is work without pay. I called and see what's going on. I got the first supervisor, the actual supervisor, and she was stuffing her face, like stuffing her gullet. And I was like, what's going on? She was like, oh, I don't know. Let me call you back. And once she gets back, because she's doing her rounds, let me call you back in like an hour or so. Okay. An hour and 30 minutes passed because I given them some grace. My mistake. She doesn't call. I call back again. She's stuffing her face again. And I talked to the new supervisor. I was like, hey, what's going on? She was like, yeah, you're supposed to come into work today. You don't have any time off. I was like, I'm still sick at home with COVID. I literally have a positive COVID test. And she was like, well, you were supposed to communicate that with us. And I was like, nowhere in that policy says. It said when on the second week when I was supposed to come back, I'm supposed to have a clear COVID test, or I need to still be out for a couple more days, and then do another test after 2, just to make sure I'm clear. And then when I do come to the office, I still need to wear a mask. Um, and she was like, "Well, what are you calling for?" And I was like, "I want you to reverse your decision on not paying me for today." And she was like, "Oh," she gave a whole lot of lip, a whole bunch of nothing, talking outside of her neck. And I was like, "Well, that's not the case. So can you reverse your decision?" She just kept going, "Why are you calling?" Very unprofessional, very rude, very dismissive. Um, and she started raising her voice to me. So, and this is like, I'm already sick. I'm not feeling well. My temper was starting to get the better of me. I started raising my voice back. So then the actual supervisor, her lard ass, is going to get on the phone. And it's like, "You don't sound sick." And I was like, "Are you implying that I'm not sick? Because I can see you just go with the, no, that's not what I meant. It's just for somebody that's sick, you don't sound sick." And I was like, "I don't have a sore throat. I never said I did have a sore throat. I have COVID. I'm tired. I don't feel good. I have a fever. I can send you every single thing right now." And she just hung up. I did get a call later from the big boss over there, and I tell him what happened, explain my side of the story. And he was more on their side. He was like, "Oh, I think I just need to," because I did tell the assistant supervisor that she was assistant supervisor, to her position. Because she was like, "I'm your supervisor." I'm like, "No, you're my assistant supervisor, because you took the place of the guy who's an assistant supervisor here, and he went to be a supervisor somewhere else. So you're an assistant supervisor. Not tell me what the fuck you think you are, because that's not who the fuck you are. Period." Because he would never left if he was getting supervisor pay and not assistant supervisor pay to be a supervisor somewhere else. Anyway, quiet, ain't no back talk. So he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay, whatever. I'm done." Next day, I go in like they wanted me to, and I quit. I quit that day because they were like, "Oh yeah, you need to come in. We need to have a meeting." They didn't tell me I needed every time you meet with a supervisor and have a meeting, you should have your union rep with you. They didn't tell me that. My mom told me that because she works in the same company as I did, not in the same building, not even the same department. In another building. It's just, you know. So my union rep was literally coming back from Washington D.C. and she was like, I'll come straight in the next day." I get there, I pack up my desk because I'm like, just in case I'm quitting today, I'm packing up my desk, whatever. I say goodbye to the attorneys. Literally telling everybody what happened, and the other folks are pissed. The one attorney who cussed the supervisor out, she's livid because she was like, the workflow just started getting back to normal. Like, while the last person quit, because that's when I found out the last person before me only lasted 3 months. Ironic enough, so did I. She was like, "We were just getting back to work, we were catching up with our cases because, you know, we weren't down a worker. But now you might be quitting today, and it's going to be her fault, and I'm going to tell her that." And she was like, "You got to do what's best for you, honey, and I wish you nothing but the best." So, anyway, sorry, I had brain fart because I was like, what am I doing? Let's see, which one is this? Blueprint. Neuroptics. Okay, here we go. So I go to, and she tells me none of the assistant supervisor. And I was like, "Okay, yeah, y'all playing in my face. I'm leaving." So I quit that day. Then 3 months later, I find um
Wait. You'd probably like that, wouldn't you?
I find the home care job I did, and I did that home care job for a year and 3 months before the lady decided to up and leave and not pay me and my coworkers. And I gotta.
The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Because I need my
A fissure.
my energy.
And use reactant to open relics. technology may work here due to the circulus's proximity. If you have
Alright, good.
you can use that reactant to open
So anyway,
don't forget the reactant.
and I have a whole bunch of stories I can tell about the shenaniganery that would go on in that old man's house, from his workers to my former coworkers. Like, I should have been paid a lot more, because not only was I taking care of the old man, I was also managing the feelings of 4 other men that were not my priority. Anyway, like, man, when I say I was managing therapists, like, man, this is why I'm going to school for therapy again. Like, this is why I'm going back to school to be a therapist, because, like, at this point, I'm talking about one guy's having problems with his wife, who says he don't spend enough time, but he was like, I'm here making money, which, you know, fair, but like at the same time, like, and he was like on the literally the coach of his kids, like, soccer team, so he's obviously spending time with his kids. Like, I get, like, you want, like, your husband to be home more, but he works for a spoiled rich old man. He has to pay the bills. You are a stay-at-home wife. He has to pay the bills. That was the agreement that y'all apparently came to. This is from his mouth, not mine. When y'all got married and whooped out the whoop, and then he also stepped up, took care of his mother-in-law when she had not prostate surgery. She had like anal cancer, and they like removed the cyst, and she was like in physical therapy and stuff like that. Anyway, he stepped up and did that, and he was like, I do not want my mother-in-law of her own, but she's my mother-in-law, that's my and then she needs I'll be there. And he took a couple weeks off for that, which old man graciously gave him. Then you have the 2 older men who were older than that guy, because that guy was in his 40s, almost 50. Damn, y'all all the way over there. Hold up. I gotta look at the map. Get over there. Get up, get up! I don't know why he's not dying. Did I have the doggone Excalibur for his loadout? But anyway, I don't think I did. But then Volt had it too. And he's supposed to have the drone. Anywho, then you had the 2 older guys who was in their 60s who were failed stockbroker that the old man felt bad for and gave them like basically a cushy job. He's paying for one of their apartments and helping the other one out with like legal trouble or whatever. But one was like a super lazy worker. He did not want to be there. And mind you, I'm doing all the hard work when it came to like whatever the old man needed. He wanted something to eat. He needed to be changed. He needed to be dressed for a doctor's appointment or a haircut. He needed somebody sitting with him for his physical therapy. Yeah, I was that guy. And basically they were just there for company for the most part. The older 2.
If they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Sorry, y'all, I got locked in. One would literally come to work drunk. Mind you, he only had to work half a day. The guy who had the problem with his wife, he would work the first half of the day during the weekdays. He wouldn't be there on the weekend. But come in drunk. Come in slosh, y'all. He wasn't allowed to watch TV because apparently when they had TVs all over the house, but he was not allowed to watch TV. He would like constantly ask me for code, which because one, I don't watch TV. I rarely watch TV. I started to get into watching shows recently because I'm at home. What else am I going to do besides like watch TV and play a video game and work?
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready.
Oh. That's about to be voted for any of y'all who need it or need the relics. Like, go get those. Get that blueprint. Get the parts. And then one day he like pretended he had COVID. Now, mind you, I worked with a senior. Guy's maybe in his 80s, almost 90. He pretends to come in and have COVID. He was like, yeah, I think I have COVID. And the other guy, the probably one who has a problem with his wife, he's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Go home. Because why would you come here if you think you have COVID? He was like, well, I didn't want to think you guys like were thinking I was trying to skip out on work. And he was like, if you would have told us you had COVID or you thought you had COVID, we would have asked you to get a COVID test and waited to see if it cleared or not. And he was like, oh, well, I didn't know. He was like, you should have known because last time you did come in here and give that old man COVID. Like, you should know the protocol. And he, the married guy with the wife problems, came back upstairs after, like, dismissing the other guy, had to call one of the younger guys, who I'll get to in a second. Ian, on his off day, which he was also pissed, but he was like, yeah, guy with the wife problems told him what happened. He was like, you know, that guy's a fucking, I don't know why he keeps him around. He's harsher on the other guy who's like more of a klutz. The other older guy in his 60s is more of a klutz than like an actual problem. Hold up. Oh, I was about to say the portal was right here. They need to make them steps bigger. For real. Oh, no wonder I wasn't really doing any damage. My sword got put up. Anyway, that's just one instance. Like, I would catch this guy. One time when I was meeting my employee out because she hadn't got the direct deposit up to, you know, get my check on a Friday, he was down the street around the corner on the phone. Well, he's not supposed to leave the house. Anywho, on the second older guy, he was nicer. Also, that other guy was like a Trump supporter. He had to get all political for y'all, but like he was a Trump supporter, super dumb. Thinking like, oh, when Trump's talking about us guys, you know, getting America back to the way. No, he's not talking about you. You're not rich. You're a broke nobody. Anyone who's in, you're a broke nobody. You're a brokey. You don't got no money. You don't got no assets. You're quite literally trying to fight your brother and sister over your parents' real estate agency, so you can go gambling and spend on prostitutes. Not even exaggerating, and I'll get to that in a second. So we'll come back to that. He was buying prostitutes. So the second older guy, he was more of a klutz. He would, in his haste to like fix a mistake, he would make things worse. So for those of you who know how to do your laundry, you do not clean out the detergent, the thing, the slot where you put the detergent in, your liquid detergent, because detergent is biodegradable. It will go away over time. It does not matter. It does not need to be cleaned out. If you do clean out, that's fine, but you don't need to clean it out. Unless you like put something that's not supposed to be in there, you know, or it's just getting a little too like cluttered for your taste. Then you can clean it out. But like, you do not have to clean it out because it's just liquid detergent. It's biodegradable. It will go away over time. Bitch. He took the thing out, and I don't know how, but he tried to wash it in the toilet. Now, you're probably like, Treeperson, isn't there a sink in the bathroom? Yep, there were 2 sinks in that bathroom. How did he get over to the toilet to try to wash it out and then drop it and then flush it down the toilet on accident? I don't even know. So not only was the plumbing of that toilet upstairs messed up, the washer, dryer thingy, I mean, the the dryer, the washer for the liquid detergent thingy is now messed up, and not only do they have to buy Tide Pods now because they were first using they were first using just the liquid detergent because the old man was like very old fashioned. But now they had to buy Tide Pods, so like now the liquid detergent's sitting there until they can get a replacement piece. Another time, the old man wanted to stink. Now, mind you, the old man, he was mostly on liquid foods because he was recovering from a surgery. So he wanted to steak. We're trying to get him back on solids. He wanted to steak. The guy burns the steak so bad because he's trying to run back and forth to help this old man. I'm like, hey, dude, like, stay on that steak. I will go deal with the old man. You stay on the steak. He literally comes upstairs. Steak is on the fucking stove, y'all. I'm not even joking. Man's in his fucking 60s. Steak is on the stove, and I'm sitting here like, bro, what are you doing? Oh, he said he wanted me. I was like, I got it handled. I told the old man, like, you're cooking his steak. He was like, oh, okay, I just want to make sure. He was like, did you leave a steak on the stove by itself, you fucking idiot? He runs back downstairs. I go back downstairs. The steak is burnt. Steak burnt crispy. Crispily burnt. The fire department needs to be called because, like, that how bad, like, it sets off the fire alarm, and they had, like, this subscription service where, like, if the fire alarm is set off, it calls the fire department.
They will drain your life support unless they are destroyed.
So fire department get there, we tell them, like, it's a burnt steak. They're kind of irritated, and the guy was like, okay, we're going to take you off the priority list. Which I tell the daughter when she comes back home. The daughter's a lawyer. And she's like, that's not, first of all, that's our first time that anything has happened. And of course, she chews him out too, because she was like, you shouldn't be leaving anything, cook it on the stove, and running upstairs to deal with my dad. Like, our home care, which is me, I already went upstairs to check on whatever my dad needed. Like, you should not have left that stove, that steak on the stove, no matter what. Anything on the stove, do not do that again, because you could have burnt down this whole place. And she was like, because I know Treeperson, not my actual name, is not going to carry my dad down the stairs. And she's like, I know sure as shit that you aren't either. So she's like, because I sure won't be. He just got the fire up there. So let's try to avoid that from fucking happening, because nobody's carrying him down the stairs to get out of the burning building. He's just going to have to fry and hope the fire department get to him in time. She was really funny, but I love her to death. Still talk to her like every week. She's trying to help me get into grad school. She's doing my recommendation letters. But and then let's get to the younger guy. The younger guy has been dealing with these other three knuckleheads longer than I have. But he also had his own issues. Like, he was talking to me about his dating life. He had a crush on one of my coworkers who had a boyfriend. And he's in his 30s. So, like, I'm the youngest. 30s, 40s, other two in their 60s. Games, whatever. And he's like he starts dating this like Indian woman. He was like, yeah, this lady's so fucking hot. Like, her sex drive was crazy. And I'm like, I asked you how your weekend was. I didn't ask if you were having banging sex, but thanks for telling me. And he was like, yeah, I bought this blue chew. You heard of blue chew? And I'm like, yeah, I heard of blue chew. He was like, yeah, I got some capsule if you want some. Like, it's really good for like keeping up your libido. I'm like, no, I'm good. First of all, you offering me that? Like, what are you? What?
Those oculists are scanning for
like, what are you doing? But also, he was a recovering drug addict. He relapsed one time while I was working there. Which I wasn't mad. I checked in on him, you know. I was like, hey, it's a tough battle. And, you know, when you admit that you need help, like, you know, on the one for you should get the help that you need. But he relapsed. I wonder how he's doing now. Maybe I'll send him a text out of the blue. Like, hey, I hope you remember me, but like, hey, how's it going? You still work for the old man? Like, how's it going? Whatever. But the other two, the guys in their 60s, the one that was a drunk, would send him pictures of him hooking up with prostitutes, women that he was buying from like bars to come sleep with him. Not even joking, and like, oh, and listen, I don't judge people based off of their appearance, but they were busted. They were real busted. They were, I would not spend money on that. I would not spend my last 2 cents on that. Like, come on now. Like, if you're paying them $500 to spend a night with you, you better at least get somebody that's at least a 6, not a 2. And then the other guy, which I forgot, y'all, this man will watch porn in the living room on his little tablet. I'll be watching porn in the living room on his tablet. And I was so confused one day. I was literally like watching a movie on my laptop. And all I hear is, "Oh fuck!" I'm like, "What?" And he like, "Oh shit!" He like scrambles, and I'm like, "No fucking way!" So I tell the coworker, not even the coworker, the assistant, the young one, like, what's going on. And he was like, "Yeah, this has been a problem we've been having because he does watch porn at work." I'll tell my brother. His brother was running the company for the old man while the old man was recovering from the surgery. So that was one thing. Yeah. Then one day I came in to work, and the daughter, she was out of town. She was on a trip. With some of her friends, you know, long waited vacation, goes on a trip, and that old man who watched porn on his little tablet stayed overnight. So I come in, I already knew he was going to be there. I come in, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Final desperate opening ceremony. Her essence may still be here.
Come in, I walk off the elevator. He goes, "Oh, hey, Treeperson, how you doing?" And I turn to look at him. This man has a shirt on, right? He's just in his undies. And I hate saying this, but oh my god. When I say this man was well endowed, and I was not expecting to see a floppy woppy that early in the morning, it's just...
These manifestations, they aren't from the...
And I'm sitting there staring at it because what I'm surprised, I'm shocked, I'm dismayed. I didn't think he was going to be hung like that, like a fucking horse, and I was just going to be witness to it, you know. And he's just like talking, and he's very animated when he speaks, so it's just bouncing, y'all. It's bouncing in my... I'm just like, oh wow. So, you know, I tell him what happened, and like, he stays pantsless for like half the day until like 12 o'clock. Mind you, I get there at 7:50, so from me being there at 7:50 to make sure I'm there on time, and you know, my coworkers get the fuck out of there, he's in his briefs. He's hanging around me. He's literally talking next to me, like, has his junk not too far from my face. Like, he's literally standing up, and he was pretty tall, too. And I'm also sitting down in the chair, like, watching my little show or whatever the fuck. So I think the Ahsoka show was out during that time, and I was watching it during work. And he's just balling it. He's balling it in my face, and I'm just like, oh. Like, what do I say to this? How do I'm like, hey, you need to go put some pants on? And then he found out I was gay, which opened a whole nother can of worms because he was making a lot of very inappropriate jokes towards me, and I was like, listen, I had daddy issues, but not like that. It's not happening, sir. I'm sorry. It's just, it ain't. Like, really? And then he would just like saying my name too. He would literally say like in a little like fun rhythm. for no reason. I minded my business, watching my show in the kitchen, in the dining room. He's in the living room. He would just go, "Howie, Howie," and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
The relic has been cracked open.
Then he comes to see what I'm doing. I'm like, "Okay, I need you to back up, for real, like." But that was with like his the old man's workers, and then with my former co-workers. We of course have the girls usually showing up late, and the ones that I gave grace to were the ones who are on the bus. Like if you're on the bus, I understand, because the CTA is never on time. That's the thing. Like hey, if you're on the bus, like as long as you're on your way, I don't care. CTA is never on time. You get grace automatically. But if you're like driving and you know you have to be somewhere, you're not getting that grace. One girl, she was constantly late. And then I found out, like sometimes she wasn't late. She was sitting out in her car saying she was late, texting me. "Oh, I'm going to be late." And she was just like sitting there for like 30 minutes. And one day I like watched her. And me and the daughter watched her. Until she's like, "Okay, you can go home now because I need to tell this to your boss now because she's here and she's saying she's late." Like walk out there, go up to her car, like, "Hey," you know. Indian lady, by the way. Go up to the car. She's like, "Oh yeah, I was about to text you that I just came." I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I just saw you pull up." Me lying out my ass. Anyway, like she knew she was caught, and I think in retaliation because the lady called her that night and told her about what happened, she left some feces covered wipes under the old man's bed, and I came in the morning. He was like, "Hey, can you check if I like did anything overnight?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I checked and I was like, "No, actually, you're pretty good. Like, I'm surprised you didn't do anything." He was like, "Yeah, but I'm like, smell the smell. You smell it too, right?" So I'm like, "Yeah, maybe they didn't take the garbage out." I looked in the garbage taken out. So I'm like looking around for the smell. I'm like, okay, maybe something in the bathroom. Maybe like she tried to get you to the bathroom, whatever. You don't remember. Nope. So as I'm stepping away, walking from the bed, and I'm coming back, I see under the bed, and I'm like, "Why is this thing under the bed? Like the little container that we have the little wipes in, it's full of poop covered wipes," and she put it under his bed. I shit you not, and no pun intended. She did that, and I'm like, okay. And then she put it in there with the clean wipes too. So she maliciously was like, first of all, she put it on the bed, so it wasn't even like a mistake. And she ruined the rest of the wipes that the old man's assistants had to go out and get more.
The treasures of the Oregon. Put them to better use than they did, Tenno.
So, that's one. Let's see. Another girl the old man didn't like, and that's not her fault. She had a nervous laugh. Which is like, okay, whatever, but like, do not laugh at this old man. He's already insecure about. He's a grown ass man, need to be changed, like a baby. Very insecure. Don't laugh at him. And he would like tell him like, "Yeah, I don't like her. She's always giggling and shit." And blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "Yeah, maybe she's just nervous. You know, everybody's like trying to talk him down. Like she treats you nice.
Void signatures.
You think she's pretty, like whatever. She come up and sit with you and she knits. Like, you're fine." But her laugh is the one thing that gets you, which, you know, understandable. You don't want to feel like somebody's laughing at you, especially when you're so vulnerable. And he didn't have to, like, I don't know what she would be laughing at, because I hate even saying this, but this old man was packing heat as well. The one I would like constantly change. He would make a whole bunch of dick jokes. And mind you, I'm trying to like zone out while I'm doing this, because you know, the more less you think about it, the easier it is. He's just like making dick jokes. But I haven't seen you like a couple hundred times booty butt naked and you're schlong, you know, or whatever. Well, I haven't seen it, but sometimes they were funny. I won't even lie. Sometimes they made me cackle a little bit and like broke me out of my trance of being like, okay, let me do this, and then fill them back up and we're done. Um, but yeah, like a lot of shit. I'm trying to think of another coworker story that I have besides the Indian lady. She was the worst one, worst offender. Oh yeah, okay. So certain days we had like new home care girls coming in, or a guy. One girl, she came in and she would not stop talking about King Charles being coronated and stuff like that. This is back where the Queen died. May she rest in hell. Evil little witch. And she was just so obsessed. Mind you, she's not British. She's full American. She's actually Black American, born and raised. And she's just like babbling on about the Queen and the King and whatever. And in the mind, because you know, good little Lord dumb, whatever. Fun facts, whatever. And she told me that she would not stop when I come back the next morning. She was like, yeah, she would not stop talking about the stuff happened over England. Like, she was just like going a tirade. Then this one time we had this old man, about same age as the guy we're taking care of, come in. He's Ukrainian. He does not speak English very well. And I have to like train him before I leave. Mind you, I leave at 8 o'clock at night, and I had to stay an extra hour so if I can train him. They gave me overtime pay for that, which is like whatever, but like at the same time, girl, you're supposed to be training people, not me. Anywho, he don't understand lick of English, barely lick of English. I'm doing my best to like explain to him and, you know, tell him where things are at, how to change them, this, that, and third. And he's like struggling back issues. Like, go home, sir. Go home, because this is not the job for you. You should not be trying to take care of another older gentleman as yourself. Like, you're too old for that. And he was a refugee from the Russia-Ukrainian war. He's been in the home care industry his entire like life, basically, like his entire adult life. From based off what he was able to tell me, with his broken English. And then the penultimate one. Wait, okay, I got another one. When I first started working there, this black guy, he pretended to be sick and had added the younger guy who would get sent the picture of the prostitutes by the older guy on his Snapchat story. He pretended to be sick. It was his birthday and he didn't want to come in. That got reported. He got fired. Literally in the first week that I started working there. Funny, but this one chick, she came there for 2 nights. She came from another house and they were like accusing her of like stealing this coin jar, big ass coin jar. And she was like, I can't pick that up. It's literally a huge, like them old pop bottles where it'd be like, oh yeah, this is like them giant old pop bottles that old folks used to have in their homes. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Be like, think of like a glass Coke bottle, but like 6 times bigger. It's huge. She had it full of coins, and she said that the girl took it, but it turns out her son did because he didn't want his mother, to try and like move it and like throw her back or whatever, because she was like trying to move it around the house. He caught her trying to move it around the house.
Don't worry, I'll take very good care of Verona.
So she wasn't a thief in that case, right? But she came to our house, the old man house, the one I worked at, and she stole this expensive vodka from the attorney. Stole this expensive vodka from the attorney, and she also walked out with a pair of her shoes on, and the attorney was like, you know, I'm pissed that she did it, but I'm actually very impressed that she was able to like act so nonchalantly about walking out with a pair of my shoes on her feet. And she was like, yeah, she was like talking to her. She's like, oh yeah, I got the same pair of shoes. Like, I can find a show. I'm like, yeah, and the girl walks out.
risk
we never see her again.
we are seeing the consequences of that risk now. Destroy these wide-standing enemies.
It's just, you know, whole bunch of shit. Funny shit, crazy shit, disgusting shit, shit. But that was my second big boy job. And then I haven't really had a third one because like they have just been god awful. I did a local photography job and they was like, yeah, we're gonna give you things in Chicago, but you're gonna have this one place. It's not in Chicago, but it's not that far away. For one place there. And mind you, I was driving an hour every day to get to this training. And I'm like, okay, met a kid that I went to grammar school with there. Which it was nice to see, you know, somebody from my past that I actually liked. Because man, my grammar school life was difficult, but like the younger kids were always fine. And he was one of the younger kids. As times when I was doing, but on the day before, we had to, you know, go to this photography site. They finally sent the location. Mind you, we were in a training for a week. The lady goes on vacation. She does not send the train before she the location before she leaves. And I'm like, I can't get out there. By the time I get home, it's going to be like 10, 11 at night. I'm gonna have to drive throughout the night, and I'm gonna have to leave early as fuck. I'm gonna have to like leave around like 6 just to make it at 8. Because it was 2-hour drive just to make it at 8. We're gonna be there the whole day from 8 to like 5, and then it takes 2 hours to clean up, and then another hour. No, it was 8 to. Hold up. It was 8 to 5, but we would stay to 6 to get any stragglers left and like finish out the day. And then we take an hour to clean up, so that's 7. And then we put the equipment back in the car. That's going to take another hour. So that's 8. And by the time I leave, I would have got home about like 10, almost 11 o'clock at night. And if I would have known where that location was, I would have asked my friend if I could have crashed on her couch for that night, and had my sister take care of my cats until I got back the next day. So rightfully I quit because that's very unprofessional. Because like, bro, how you gonna tell us? No, don't. Actually, I'm activated a life support beacon, but like you're telling us this whole time during the whole training, we're supposed to be doing this first one together, and then we're going to send you individually. Make sure to get people their desired locations because the school year is coming up, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And then you wait till 10 p.m. the day before to finally give us the location. And I googled the location, and it's 2 hours and 30-something minutes away from my house, and that's like 10 p.m. traffic. Like it's late at night on a Sunday night. And you think I'm able to show up there just like that? That's actually crazy, and that's actually insane. So I quit. Then I had this other home care job that I just told y'all about recently. But just a little recap. I get there. I interview for it. They actually don't call me on the day of my original interview. I was working with a job center, and they had me do like tests. I rushed through the test, little math test portion, just so I can make it in time to the interview, like answer my interview call. Don't call me. I didn't have to rush. They lied. I was like, yeah, we're going to pay you $18 an hour. You're going to have like 8-hour days. And you're going to have multiple clients. I get there, it's like, yeah, it's going to be $18 an hour. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But your hours depend on your client. And I'm like, okay, at least it's $18 an hour. So they're like, yeah, we got one client for you already. It's going to be like 11 hours a week in total. And I'm like, okay. She was like, yeah, that's just starting out. And we like find people really fast. So I spent like 3 weeks with this client. And they find one guy who was going through a whole bunch of stuff. His wife literally just died like at the beginning of October. He does not want new people around. He wants his son around. His son does not give a fuck. Don't know what type of relationship him and the father have with each other. Not my business. Really don't give a shit. especially because I'm not getting paid to give a shit. And the son lies on me and said I didn't do anything for his dad when I asked his dad if he needs to be changed, if he wants to go on a walk, anything. His dad did not want to do anything. And as a home care worker, you cannot physically force somebody to do what they need to do. If they refuse, like to be changed or whatever, or bathing, you cannot force them because you can get sued for that. Rightfully so. But yeah. So son lies on me. We lose that client. The girl, she calls me, yelling at me, and I tell her what happened. I'm like, I wrote it down in my report. If you would have read my report, because it took me an hour to get back home from that place. If you read my report like you asked me to make, you would have seen what I talked about. And she's like, oh, okay. Thanks for telling me. Like, I believe you. I just don't know why he would lie in. And I'm like, yeah, I wish you would have, like, fucking read my goddamn report that you asked me to do before you came yelling at me, because that would save you a lot of yelling. I wouldn't have. But, then I come back to work for my next client, my other client, the next day, and she was like, you know, you've been here for us the last 2 weeks, and you have been like such a great help. And I just want to be really honest with you and transparent. We're looking for another home care service because the girl, the one who was just yelling at me the other day, she was very unprofessional. We never know when you're supposed to be coming. They don't give us a schedule, none of that. And luckily, you have gave us a schedule. But on that day, they scheduled me differently, and I had to call 3 times for them to even put my schedule on there. For me to sign in, and it still wasn't the right time. And I legally cannot be in our clients' homes, except for 10 minutes before my shift, to like be able to clock in or whatever, and an hour after, just to finish up any work they asked me to do. And that's only if they ask me to do any work. If it's time for me to go and there's nothing else to do, I need to get going. So they told me I finished working that week. About to start my next week with them. I ring the doorbell. Another home care worker answered the door. I'm like, okay, they went with another client, and nobody told me. You guys, they wasted my gas. Not the new client, but the workplace. They wasted my gas because the lady, she rolls on her wheelchair. She's like, I told them we went with a new home care service, and I don't know why they still sent you out here. And I was like, I don't know either. And I believe you. Thanks for whatever. And she was like, yeah, I got the business card for the other home care service, and I gave you a glowing review, and here's my number when they asked for like a reference. And I was like, okay, cool. I go home. I'm obviously pissed. I call the home care service I was working for, and the girl doesn't answer because she's off at a party somewhere. Because it was a Saturday, y'all. Just to let y'all know. But my trainer or my orientation person, she answers the phone. And she's like, yeah, I didn't know this was happening, but like, let me talk to them. And we'll call you back. Don't get a call. I get an email. I get a message on their messaging service that they shut your ass up. God damn it. I'm talking. And I don't even see it. Don't even notify me. Like, whatever. And I was kind of like, okay. And she was like, well, we have one more client for you. He's new, and it's going to be 4 hours. And I'm like, I can't do that. Like, the gas that is going to take me to get to this client once a week for 4 hours, and you guys pay me, is going to be the amount of money it takes to put gas back in my car. I cannot pay any other bills with this money, and it's a waste of time. Oh, but you can't quit. And she was like, I don't understand. You say you've been jobless for over a year. You can't quit. And I was like, I just said it's not worth my time. She was like, yeah, I know we just lost a big client for you. And that was the majority of your hours, but like, we need your help. And I was like, that's bad. You got other workers. Figure it out. Man, I quit because like 4 hours a week. And then I found out because my pay was short. Found out that they wasn't paying me 18 hours like they said in the orientation and in the interview. They're paying me $16.50. And so I called her back up and checked her, and she was like, "Oh, I never said that." And I was like, "You literally did, but that's okay. Whatever. We're done." And I hung up on her. So, yeah. My work experience outside of college has not been a harrowing experience. And, yeah, so. But tomorrow, CPS needs janitors, custodians. I'm gonna call them up. I'm like, hey, y'all need. As long as you give me 8 hours a day and 30-minute lunch break, you know, I'll mop the floors, I'll sweep the classrooms or whatever the fuck. I'll probably have to let them know, like, when it comes to, like, setting up auditoriums or whatever the fuck, I can't do that because I have back problems. We'll just have to figure it out, you know. At least to, like, get some money in my pockets. The way right now, because I'm tired. I'm not having money.
Do some dusting. Would you like that? I could be persuaded.
This goddamn mic. Piss me off. But like I said, tomorrow, calling which I think is funny that it has the same name as like Child Protective Services, the same acronym. But Chicago Public Schools, they need custodians. I'm gonna see if they're gonna give me a job. Because not having money is not cool. Especially right now. And I just can't find a job in my field, and I'm trying to go back to school. And this is like, just in case I'm not able to get into grad school, I need to have a job, so. You don't think I already tried that? When I tell y'all I have like applied for service jobs, I applied for janitor jobs, I applied to be a garbage man, I have applied for a Walmart, I have applied for random office desk jobs, I have applied for more home care service jobs, I have applied for child care service jobs, I have applied for hospital runner jobs, you name it. I applied at churches for their little roles or whatever the fuck. I have applied everywhere, all over this damn city, and unless you know somebody, you don't really get into places, and it's kind of unfortunate. It's not kind of unfortunate, it's very unfortunate because people want to work. So many people are losing their jobs thanks to this new administration, and these businesses thinking it's right to cut workers just because their owner wants to buy a new yacht. Not only is it overcrowding the job market, with people who need a job who also have bills to take care of, kids, family, themselves, but the people who already lost their jobs before that are struggling as well. So it's a lot. Been dealing with a lot. I'm tired every day, and I don't even work. Tired and stressed out, like. And I fucking hate when people's like, yeah, I wish I didn't have to work. Bitch, shut your ass up, because y'all really piss me off when y'all say that shit, bro. I'd rather be stressed about going to work every day and be stressed about not having how I'm going to pay my fucking bills. Like, it's not a luxury life to be sitting around not doing shit, wanting and needing shit, and you can't get it because you don't have fucking money. I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about, who be saying that shit to me. Like, bro. Like.
Bye. For now.
Oh yeah, the post service. I applied for postal service a couple times. I applied for a currency exchange, y'all. Haven't even got a email back or nothing. And every time I go past that damn currency exchange, they still got the we're hiring sign up. Like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck. What else do I need to do for these damn bounties? Hold on, I can just click.
Shall we?
A couple more missions. Oh, okay.
Let's check
That's nice.
what's next.
Football, go, go. Yeah. Goal. Touchdown. Slam dunk. There you go.
Emil will be fine by himself, won't he?
But yeah, literally my life is shit. I need to do the Archimedes, so we're going to the Sanctum Automata. Man, I won't even make it 5 feet without being out of breath.
Dignity. And how may this relic make himself useful to... Company is always welcome.
Alright, here's the fish.
Thank you. Here you go. Well,
I don't want to be touched in that way. Very sure. It's not fun for me. Yeah, I'm Gucci. Where's that damn animal who does the Archimedes? Isn't he supposed to be right here? Where is he? Yeah, where the fuck? Am I in the wrong? Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong area. Here he is.
Voices in the... Yes? Don't want to tell you your business, but if I was trying to get into a Netracell, I'd go with a pack. You're the boss. Okay, now what? Whatever Papa touched, the indifference, the murmur, I think it's lonely. It wants to be a part of what we've got going on. Only it doesn't know that. And it does its best to join in, but it's clumsy, ignorant.
I Spice you playing
everything about
Fortnite.
it is skewed, half-assed. You follow? IMO, solos
The Netracell is the Archimedes, right?
Messing around with his security. Bring friends. Sure, come on.
Just making sure. Don't know why they don't just call it the Archimedes, but whatever. Well, I'm literally about to go into one. Oh, I don't need to be carried. I got the new frame. Noko? Noko is a yes to. Sure. Nope, because the RNG guys hate me. I only had the blueprint, and no, I only had the blueprint, and I've been trying to get everything else. When I tell you, like, some of the stuff is like bronze with words, and I keep getting the fucking silver one, I'm not even joking. I'm dead ass. Like, don't even upgrade the relic or nothing. You can literally watch my stream.
You're not getting out of the anchor hold without all 4 key glyphs.
Wow.
Only one way out out of the anchor hold, use that terminal. The Netracell is hidden somewhere in these labs. Sniff it out yourself or get control of terminals. They'll tell you where it is.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Good for them. Oh, that's crazy. Oh. What time is it? Although the fact that you unblocked them is crazy. LOL. Here you're a professional troll.
Using the key glyphs will open the Netracell, so be ready. We ain't done! Local threats are triggering a security override. Clear out the uglies to pop the door.
Why is it so fucking far? Oh, tell me you're getting on Warframe. See what he says. Oh.
Necromites are slowing us down. Find him, smash him. Security level dropping. Don't quit now. I gotta know what's in that Netracell.
Like, do y'all let these things get inside?
Something's going on with
Hello.
trying to lock this thing down.
I am still
Take
streaming.
him out. We ain't got all day.
We can join afterwards because I'm not. Because y'all always say the most like unhinged, cancelable joke. Because he has no regard for anybody else's wants or needs besides his own. Oh, what the hell? Let me go. No way. I got stuck on one of the enemies that like pop up from the ground. Like they literally trapped me. A Warframe? What are you playing? Oh well, I just got that today too. And of course they do it when I have no money. Yeah, bring me some cash too.
Take whatever Albrecht was hiding and get back to the sanctum.
No. Oh, here it is.
Bet you can make use of that.
You want those codes for the streamer awards? I think they're still valid. For one, you get a color palette, a Sayandana, and a floof. For the other one, you get an Akana, you get an Akana skin, and a little poster.
Another job well executed.
Okie dokie, but free is free. Oh, I got a Top Forge Amber shirt. Nice.
Dignity at all times.
Oh. No, 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 no. No.
Don't stop believing, dreamers.
Oh, apparently that was not the Archimedes I needed. A deep Archimedes or temporal Archimedes. That was not it.
That's all we have time
Thing I
for.
did. So. Oh, Warframe 1999. Yeah. Nope, it says it's located within the Sanctum Eternal on the planet Stamos. Actually, by talking to the NPC Netuloid after rank 5 with the caveat. Oh, I'm not rank 5 with them, that's why. I can't access it. But I can do the other thing. That's crazy. LOL. I'm what, rank 3? I just got distracted by doing other things. Trying to rank up everything. I still need
Here you go.
to rank up fucking Plains of Eidolon, and I know I got what's those people? Fortuna ranked up.
Have stood with us within this.
They're ready to go to
blighted
4. I just
valley,
need to get the damn.
besieged and friendless as we are. You have stood with us.
Let me see if there's anything I can trade in.
To see you, as always.
We've had a few. So the Cavia are wary of our visitor. I have reassured them she is to be trusted. Not so much of what we do resembles magic. Oh, I'll just pop off and find something to do. To do what you do would vex my sanity, Tenno. This ought to keep the group cohesive. Company is always welcome.
Wait, who's to guess? Is Kaya here?
Come on. Let's at least pretend this mess can still work.
Oh, hello. Might you care to work on something?
Oh, she's getting the skin. I think in January or February. No, January. She's getting the skin. What the? Oh yeah, it is Kaya. What the hell? No, that's somebody's skin. I was like, why she look different? That's why. Why was it prompting me up to change my my frame though? That was weird.
I have a request. If you have the time, of course. What do you think? You have stood with us within this
Echo, Bellow.
benighted valley, besieged and
Woo, that was a big yawn. Let me see. Had me for a second. Was watching somebody snap to me. No, I was watching a snap. What? I didn't even hear what you said. I yawned. I wish. Mm-hmm. I hate it. It's why I don't do it. Especially because it's never been a frame that I have like completely maxed out to the build. Like, now let me leave the Sanctum Automata. LOL.
Helmuth isn't watching.
It's been a while since I did one of those.
Watching. And I am right here.
Bless you,
We should climb up on the roof. Look at the stars.
Maury.
Sweet for snipers.
It was really cute. It was really cute. It was really cute. Yeah, you just want to go back to sleep. Thank you for the kisses. You go back to sleep. A little sneezy. He sneezed and woke himself up. Let's see what I want to do next. I want to give Relics a break before I go into that.
Issues, Tenno. My Zanuga project will fix that for you.
Oh, now you want some lovins? Hi, Maury. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Rescue, defense, showdown for Archon Hunt. That's enough for you, Maury? Yeah. No. They gotta get under the chin, too. Oh, come on.
hostage is almost out of time. Hurry.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Y'all are some bastards. Hold up. Okay, now let's get the fuck up out of here. I almost failed.
Take my head clean off, mother. That's who the good meat is. Suck the guts until the little legs kick.
Got a weapon for me? I've got some scores to settle.
No real. Ah, how did I miss that? That's crazy. No, people, especially on Steel Path, like frustrate me when you like immediately leave.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Or leave after one round. It's like, okay, why are you here?
Target is being debriefed. If any trace of Era still remains inside Pazul, I will bring it to the surface.
It'd be like that. I think I maybe have 4 that I'm like confident in. That's Vote, Crivello, hold on, what's their name? Why am I forgetting? Vote, Crivello, Atlas, there we go. Atlas is another one I'm confident in. Nice. Who's my last one that I'm confident in? Nope. Hold on, I had quite a lot to tell you. I had them in the loadout. Oh, and Grendel. There we go. Very confident on Grendel. Everybody else is a little iffy. One I wanna. Oh, and I guess Dante too, because you know.
Keep the specialist.
Dante's Dante.
Their wideband scans should reveal Narmer's purpose in this sector.
LOL. Then grind out another one.
Were you sired only to be wet nurse to these putrid apes? Which of us truly needs to save the other?
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
That you, did they? Righto. This'll be fun.
Citrine. But anyway. Citrine. She's not a fruit. Oh well. LOL. Apparently he's busted. I have his skin. Damn, the vote don't suck. You suck. You ain't gotta talk about my main like that. Chromady's a rework. Low chroma though, but yeah, you gotta really build hard. Give me my weapon back, bitch. No, give it. And then he runs off. Where'd you go? He's like, nah, you gave it to me. It's mine now. Who left?
Hold the line.
We're literally getting through it. Like.
What they are not lacking is tenacity.
Yeah, I put Roar there instead. Give me some boost and power. You should not really need help for this Cavello. Oh, with your energy, you should be able to just spam your second. I think they recently buffed it too. You get more over shield. Okay, where are the enemies at? Hello? I think so, we did glitch.
Keep the specialist alive. Their wideband scans should reveal Narmer's purpose in this sector.
And what of your purpose, Natal? Were you sired only to be wet nurse to these putrid apes?
Ooh.
Which of us truly needs to save the other?
The enemy is at our doorstep.
Can I get my weapon back from you? Where are you?
Until reinforcements arrive.
Oh, I did get it back here. That's a big rhino.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Scans, yeah.
Nice.
Scans about half done, I reckon.
Intact cores. Free. Like I don't have enough of those already. Is it me? Because I sold it to you? I think it's funny that I gave it to you and it quite literally turned out to be it. And when I tell you this game does not like me, and I love it, it's like, yeah, you're a veteran now. We know you'll put in time, so we're not going to give you anything that you want. You have to really get that shit out the dirt. For real, for real.
And I shall serve as shepherd and minister.
Man, literally sold it to you, and it's like, yep, here you go.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Man. Crazy work. And I still have a whole bunch of ribbons too. That I just don't open up. Oh, fuck. Man, is Jalen and me still playing Overwatch? They're really trying to get them drives. What's driving me up the wall? No. We're trying to bring her back into the fold.
I think she's just about good, matey. Scan's coming along nicely. Just give it another minute, I reckon.
She's having some issues with her friend group that she usually hangs out with. I'm like, yeah, we'll play with you every single day. "2019? That's almost the year I graduated." Oh, I'm trying to execute this guy down here. Okay, whatever. Nah, man. She kept letting me hop on that goddamn.
There you go. One Archon, coordinates and all. Pretty As I'm making dinner.
The scans are complete, Tenno. Prepare for an assault on the Archon.
Cruel sister! Harpy! Go again! Why did you persecute me?
'Cause you're ugly. I'm so close to leveling up to rank 25. I just want to get to master rank 30. What? Okay, shut your ass up. God damn it. Till I max my age, I'm just gonna drop dead at 30.
Archon Amar yearns for the new creation that Fazul has promised him. He imagines he will be a lord of the wilderness, instead of what he is now. The price of that vision is measured in innocent lives. Stop him.
Oh.
He will close the distance shockingly fast when he creates duplicates. Look for the one that's armed.
I don't even know how I popped out. I didn't even hit that button.
This gate only opens to Narmer prayers. Tear the veils from deacons and use those.
Scan, scan, scan.
The deacon is invulnerable. Take down his flock first, then him.
Uh-oh. Huh?
Despite his pride, Era never could stand alone. Time after time, he allowed himself to be used. First by our father, then by Ballas. And now what is left of him is puppeted by the Ram. I will not say he deserved better, but I grieve for who he could have been.
Man, how did you get past me? What the fuck? Oh no, I'm the third one. Oh, excuse me.
Amar thought himself a hunter. Now, he is a mere trophy. Good job.
Nice. Crimson Archon Shard. And then I got an Iron Tan Sculpture. Which, you know. Left there. Maury, come here. What time is it? 11:54. Okay, stream. That's enough for tonight. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.